We had some results yesterday, KCB coming up with results showing pre-tax profit up 24%. Was that a surprise in your book?
Yes. Well, it was interesting. Of course, there's going to be a lot more pressure on KCB because they just completed the rights issue. So EPS may have suffered a bit, and perhaps we're looking for much higher growth compared, because it's the KCB's peers, the likes of Diamond Trust, NIC, perhaps even Standard Chartered Cooperative Bank are expected to do faster. I mean, their growth is expected to be much higher. So we don't know what to make of it as at now. We'll wait and see how the market takes it up, because again, our return on assets is expected to be hit a bit, but
sure.
We'll see how it picks up from this point on, because we know that in the future, again, growth should be normalized.
Yeah. One other line that I did notice, one line that I noticed yesterday was the provision for bad loans, potential bad loans, and that almost doubled to 1.63 billion shillings. Would this be a concern for you?
Well, it could be. However, economic growth is supposed to pick up. We're expected to grow by 5% this year. So that should ease off the pressure on NPLs. But we are keeping our eyes on those numbers. Right now, we're not really too alarmed yet, but we're keeping an eye on it.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk about the overall market itself. So yesterday, we saw that market inching up 0.3%, as I said in my intro. Now, what was interesting was the increase in the volumes, particularly amongst the foreigners. Almost $10 million traded yesterday. Well,
the trading in foreigners was always expected to pick up because of it's a search for yields, of course, as foreign investors look for better yields than what they have in their home markets, and take into account that they're able to get money at near nothing rates. So Kenya obviously becomes very attractive, and it's some sort of carry trade. So that has been that shall play itself out for the foreseeable future, as people diversify across currencies, and also again to people want to participate in the Africa growth story. There's been a lot of interest now in Africa, final frontier of growth. So that is also expected to be Nairobi Stock Exchange being one of the key markets in the region.
Where do you see that money going? Which sectors particularly do you see attracting the interest of foreigners? We do know about their liking for the likes of Safaricom.
Well, of course, first and foremost, they will look for very liquid shares. There are not too many of those. Cuts off like about that you only pick about 20 or 30 stocks, but ones with key interest happen to be very liquid and usually have at least more than 500 million shares, perhaps even a billion shares. That is the first item that dictates where they put their money. So you've got interest in industrials like EABL, which perhaps should be more suitably named as consumer. Then you've got interest in financials too, like so Barclays, KCB, Equity Bank, Cooperative Bank. So like I said, first criterion, liquidity, second criterion, industry, and for myself, I think I like financials, and I think they share my like in it. We've seen interesting growth in that sector, so yeah, I'm sure they're happy.
What about the hoteliers, given the fact that we are seeing foreigners beginning to come to Kenya again in sizable numbers?
Well, that has been a driver too for TPS Serena, which just also concluded a rights issue just the other day. Of course, we are being told we're seeing record numbers with tourist arrivals. So that sector should also benefit a bit, given the outlook of the sector. And mark you, we are going into high season. The second half of the year is usually high season for tourists, and that will be captured in the TPS numbers. So it also presents an interesting opportunity to invest.
Yeah, let's talk about the trading day today. What are we seeing in terms of where the market is going? I mean, globally, we have seen markets come under pressure and also trading a little bit sideways with the perception that perhaps markets are fully priced at these levels. What is the view in Kenya?
Well, in Kenya, there's still a bit more optimism that should drive them, that should sustain momentum towards till the end of the year. Then you've got the commodity stories like Mumias should see benefits as pricing of sugar goes up. Then you've got, of course, banking, financials and primarily banking sector, which is improving as interest rates come down. Then you've got industrials, EABL again, their foray into the region that is helping drive its sentiment about its future growth prospects. All this play out, and again, because we're looking about we're talking about the integration of East African customs union. Now it's a customs union right now. Perhaps maybe in the near future monetary union. So this is driving growth, not just within Kenya, but the companies that are going that have a regional outlook or are targeting the region are also getting a lot of interest. So all this seems to be driving a market, and that's what I'm saying. I'm bullish for the fourth quarter of the year.
Would you dare call today's market direction?
No, you see, the day-to-day volatility it makes the whole issue tricky. However, I expect we've had a good week. I expect us to finish the week well. So I suspect that we'll see a lot more growth for the market.